Thank you for stopping by to take a look. This is a real joy to show you this particular vehicle. It's one of those kind that you only see maybe once or twice in a decade, literally. I've been driving it for about the last year. I purchased it out of an estate, local estate here in Leavenworth. It has actual 46,000 miles on it. It had 44,000 when I bought it. And so I've used it, you know, to do little odds and end jobs, mulch and what have you like that around the house. But this car was garage kept. The miles are actual at 46,000 miles. It is the actual mileage. We have had the vehicle serviced a couple of times at an independent ASE mechanic here in Leavenworth. They can vouch for the car. Literally, it's just about as in the same showroom condition as when it came out of the store, out of the dealership to begin with. He had kept it in his garage. It had always been garage kept, but the gentleman had gone into assisted nursing, and so his son came up from Oklahoma and basically kind of got in touch because you know, he knew me, and so we bought it from there. And as I say, I've enjoyed using it. So, but I'm ready to put it up for sale, and so I want to walk around and let you see it inside and out. Now, a lot of these that you would typically see this age, they're going to have a fair amount of rust on them and a lot of wear and tear and that type of thing. This gentleman was a retiree. I think he's now in his 80s, but you know, he bought it as a retiree, so he didn't really use it much other than just here around town. And so the paint and stuff, there's no rust on it whatsoever. He did get the car undercoated, or I should say the truck. It does have an undercoat on it. So there's no rust on it anywhere, not even around fender wells and places like that where you typically get it at this kind of an age. And take a quick look at the finish here. Typically on even 5 and 10-year-old vehicles, you're going to see a lot of rock chips and scratches and stuff like that. There's not a scratch on this baby. It's just as it was. Chrome bumper. Again, I don't think you can buy a chrome bumper anymore, quite frankly. And I've got the hood popped there because I'm going to let you see underneath here in just a second. But you can see kind of what it looks like. He's got tiger paws on it. He's got the nice package that it came with when it was new. And you see we've got the chrome bumper in the back. I did go ahead and install a hitch, so the hitch is about a year old or 6 months old. He had rhino liner done on the truck. I'm not sure how well you can see in the haze there like that, but there it is. And take a look here at the seats and stuff. You can see I don't think the passenger seat was ever sat in. His wife had a car too, which we bought. But it's just basically real clean. And it probably doesn't interest you, but there it is. That's a cassette deck. I'm sure you've not seen one of those in many years. It does have a CD player. I'm sorry if you got to have Bluetooth, then this maybe isn't your car. But it does have good AC. The AC works just fine. I've used it all the time. You can see you got jump seats in the back here. So let's take a look under the hood. Forgive me a second while I kind of have to jostle the phone a little bit. Now take a look at that. Take a good close look. There's no rust, road residue, salt residue. I mean, this is just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous all the way underneath. And as I say, we have had the vehicle up at Hunt's here in town. They've taken care of it for me, and they'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. We did change out a couple gaskets and things. After all, it is a few years old, and those gaskets do tend to seep a little bit as they age. It's just kind of the normal process. But nonetheless, at this point in our shortage of inventory and all the rest of that, where cars are just impossible to find, this is one that if you need a small truck, it's not a big one, this would be a perfect fit. Now it will tow, I towed a little U-Haul trailer with it, I think a 10-footer, about 1,500 pounds. But the guy over at U-Haul looked it up, and I've got the specs and stuff on it here at the office. They do show a tow capacity on it of about, I think it's 5,400, 5,500 was the original factory tow capacity listed on this one. It does have the V6. I think it's I forget what the engine horsepower is, but it is a V6, so it's a little bit bigger engine. It's not the little 4-cylinder. And these are good solid cars. If you take a look around, you'll see this particular body style. GM used this particular body style and on both their Blazers and their trucks for many years, from the late 90s and into the middle 2000s. So it's one that's got a good venerable history out there. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up talking here. If you want to see it and drive it all for rest for yourself, by all means give me a call. I do need an appointment. My name is John, and I am up here in the beautiful town of Leavenworth, Kansas.